Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Keep it short and sweet. This is just my second video paying tribute and shedding light on the amazing things that Senator John Kennedy says regularly. It seems like people are finally catching on to the fact that he is absolutely hilarious every time he speaks. So here's some more of that. Enjoy.
From my reading of Supreme Court precedent.
No, sir, I'm not interested in the law. I'm interested in you. When, in your opinion, does life begin? You can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
And we want to.
Do you want me to start over?
No.
Well, I just used 20 seconds. I want you to add 20 seconds to my... I mean, as to the people and the companies that you regulate as chairman of the SEC, do you consider yourself to be their daddy? No. Then why do you act like it?
Well, first, Laura, just one point of view. Roses are red, political love is fake. Washington weddings are just funerals with cake. Now, to answer your question, even duct tape can't fix stupid. If General Milley had these communications with the Communist Party of China, he's a smoked turkey, and he ought to be. If General Milley had these communications with the Communist Party of China, and if in the future he wishes to comment on America's national security, he should raise his hand and put it over his mouth. I think most fair-minded Americans can agree that this is no country for creepy old men or women. If I didn't point out that in my opinion, there is no fair-minded person in the Milky Way who believes the infrastructure bill and the Build Back Better bill are not going to require the American people to incur substantial debt. Now, here's my question. And I'm looking for a number. How much, in the Biden administration's opinion, is too much debt? At what point, as you incur debt, will the Biden administration say, okay, that's it? One of the differences between people and dogs is that dogs would never allow the weakest or the dumbest to lead the pack. President Biden's energy policy is both weak and dumb. He and his woker friends have ended America's hard-fought energy independence. And here's their new policy. Let's force America to buy oil from foreign countries that hate us, so those foreign countries will have money to buy weapons to try to kill us. There's just one problem. Those foreign countries, OPEC, Russia, are not increasing their oil production at any price. And that's the main reason that you see gas prices going up. I guess another way of putting it is the reason gas prices are going up is because the oil's in Louisiana and Texas, and the dipsticks are in Washington, D.C.
But
I mean, I've said this before. This is what we're down to. The American people are looking at all of this, and they're saying, look, the Republicans aren't perfect, but the other side's crazy. This is crazy. But that's not what the Biden administration wants to do. They want to turn the IRS into the Gestapo, and I think it's a mistake. I think it's morally wrong and politically stupid. Yeah, they're going to probably pass it in the House. I mean, some of the Democrats are they always talk tough, but then they moo and follow Speaker Pelosi into the chute like cattle. It's a really bad bill. I don't know who at the White House came up with it, but if zombies eat brains, they're safe.
Senator, I haven't seen that memorandum. I've tried to express as clearly as I can here.
I heard you, General, but this is one of your U.S. attorneys.
Senator, if you're thinking of sticking
Again, I haven't seen.
Isn't that special?
technically chairing the hearing where else Senator Durbin goes to vote.
That's, and I guess the moral of the story is this is what happens. This is what happens when you have a president and a Treasury Secretary who are on a mission from God to please pink-haired wokers who carry around Ziploc bags of kale. Now, that's what I see from your record. And you have the right to believe every one of these things. You do. This is America. But I don't mean any disrespect. I don't know whether to call you professor or comrade. But he did it anyway. Why? I think he made a political decision. I do. I think he first of all, he shouldn't have told the enemy when he was going to withdraw. Duh. It was humiliating. It was an embarrassment. The president ought to hide his head in a bag. People aren't walking around coughing inflation on each other. One of its chief disciples, you mentioned his name, is Mayor Bill de Blasio of New York, who of course is entitled to his opinion, but who also, not coincidentally, is U-Haul's Salesman of the Year because of the number of people moving out of his city. Mayor de Blasio, Mayor Lightfoot, other of these mayors, they don't like cops very much. In fact, they think cops are guilty until proven innocent. They think when a cop shoots a criminal, it's the cop's fault. But when a criminal shoots a cop, it's the gun's fault. Now, these mayors are entitled to their opinion, but it's my opinion that how can I put this? It's probably their age that tricks people into thinking they are adults.
I know that systemic racism is a topic of discussion.
Okay, so is the Court of Appeal, in your opinion, on which you sit, systemically racist?
I believe that the judges in which serve on the Court of Appeal or the Supreme Court try to handle.
Answer my questions.
Try to handle their cases.
Why won't you answer my questions, Judge?
I'm sorry, Senator.
Here's my final one. What's your favorite color? Now, any economist with a pulse will tell you that it's going to cost about $5 trillion without the gimmicks. It's going to raise taxes a couple of trillion. We'll probably end up having to borrow another $3 trillion to pay for it. We'll have to borrow the money. We don't have the $3 trillion. We don't even have 5% of it. Now, I think that the bill represents a spending, taxation, and borrowing orgy that we don't need. You know, it just depends on what kind of, I've talked too long, it depends on what kind of state you want to live in. Do you folks really want to live in a state where the government knows every one of the intimate details of your life, including finances? If you do, I hear China's beautiful this time of year. I said too much. I'm sorry. Of course, there's a tax gap. Duh. Chilling effect. You don't think there are parents out there in the real world that said, "Oh my God, maybe we shouldn't go to the school board meeting. There'll be FBI agents there." We live in this isn't La La Land.
I tried to make.
Americans may be poorer since President Biden took office, but they're not stupid. They look around Washington, D.C., and they see liars and they see frauds in every direction.
Okay, so I hope you liked the video. Please give a like if you did in fact like it. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm sure at some point I'll make a third video just like this. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you, you'll see me next time. Bye, guys.